Hey Nikki. Alright, for everyone else who might be watching that's not Nikki Greenfi, I'm Jaleesa. I'm Nikki's best friend, and most of these videos will be directed directly towards her. Welcome to our world. I'm here in Waterloo in front of my Christmas tree, which we just decorated tonight. The lights are not on, and I apologize. It would be much prettier if they were, but I can't find the switch, and my parents have gone to bed, and my dad hides the switch near the trunk, and like all wires are just hidden and not there. So our tree is plugged in, but there is a switch on the plug that if I stick my hand in the tree in a certain place, I know I'll get to it, but I have no idea where that place is, and I don't want to search for it right now. So, story of since I last talked to you, which I'm not quite sure when that was. Was it Wednesday? I think it was a Wednesday. Randy came over Thursday, and so we had some Randy, Evan, I time, which was cool. And then Saturday morning, I got picked up by Jenny and went to their house, and it was crazy awesomeness. See, the Clausens have this gene somewhere inside our bodies that make us think we can get like crazy ridiculous amounts done in a very small amount of time. And I know that somehow you and your family must have the same gene because you're the same way, which I think is part of why we connect. So I always have these like crazy big expectations, but like Jenny has like she's crazy. She's crazy with the things that she thinks she can get done. So we had cookies to bake and a blanket to make, and then of course there was 2 kids like running around, so keeping them under control. And on paper that sounds really easy. If it were both of those things were simple. But when we say making a blanket, we're not talking just like, let's sew 2 pieces of fabric together. We're talking sweaters that have been felted and shrunk down because they've been boiled in water and soap, and then taking those sweaters and cutting them into nice square pieces of different size, and then laying them out like a puzzle on the floor until you get a square blanket, and then taking all of those pieces and sewing them together to create a blanket. And then cookies. Thinking how long does it take and how crazy is it to make some Christmas cookies? Well, when it's like 1,000 cookies and 500 of them alone are little mini gingerbread men, and out of that 500 there are 200 that we hand decorated with little outfits and hairdos and faces, it was crazy. I think by the end of the day I had consumed somewhere around 20 cookies and 2 glasses of wine. The sugar versus the wine was needed to keep me sane. Yeah, it was crazy. We had like hundreds and hundreds of cookies just surrounding us, and then after baking them she's like, so we now have to decorate, and I was like, oh. So we decorated little like snowflakes and icing stars and what else, obviously the gingerbread men already, and just it was crazy. Oh, and we made empire cookies, which have like a cookie jam, a cookie icing, and a maraschino cherry piece. So complicated cookies. It was nuts. Like seriously, it was crazy. I baked until from like when I woke up, I wandered upstairs in my pajamas and started baking, and we finished somewhere around 4 in the morning, and I went to sleep, and then we got up and we wrapped all of them. So it's been crazy since I last talked to you. And then last night, last night I came home to Waterloo, And that felt really good to be home. Still kind of weird. Whenever I come home after a long time of being away, I think that Tika's gonna be here, and then she's not, and that's always a little strange. But anyway, I got home last night, and now today I did nothing, because I felt like relaxing. And I'm gonna give myself today, because I needed it. I slept till 1, and then my dad called and was like, hey, get out of bed. And I was like, I have no reason to. But then I was already awake, so I grabbed my computer, which was beside my bed, and always is, and pulled it into my bed, and was checking my email. And the Knot emailed me and was like, hey, you have 5 months left. Get on this honeymoon business. So, yay. For those of you who aren't Nikki and don't know, I'm engaged, getting married in May to my best friend, who I love very much, and I'm very excited about. His name is Evan, so when I'm referring to him through the rest of the video, you're not totally confused as to who he is. And it's been also making me crazy with planning. So, where was I? Yes, today, schlumming, honeymoon, and then I started searching, like, through the links that they were sent, like, that they had, being like, hey, these are great places, and of course, the 10 best bargain places. I was like, hells yes, saving money. And I found this beautiful place that I'm kind of in love with already. So we'll see how that works out. I say a lot of ums. I notice that, not when I'm talking normally, but in video. It makes me nervous when I talk in video, capturing, because I know it's going to happen, and then every time it does, I get a little bit more scared because the ratio to word ratio, and the ums are piling up, and I get afraid and I get scared because I know that when I'm listening to someone that's doing something like that, it drives me insane, and then I know I'm driving other people insane, and then it happens more because I'm worried. Alright, see? Anyway, we've established that I'm crazy. I made notes so that I wouldn't forget what I was talking about. I think that was pretty much it, though. Today, Shalomi, weekend, crazy, visit with Randy and Evan, awesome, and decorating of tree, good news. Very glad I got to come home and do that because this is my last Christmas at home, which is strange to say out loud. My last Christmas at home. And then it's just going to be Christmas with Evan and the rest of our Christmas holidays, fighting over where we go to spend them. So, now hopefully we'll make a plan. I'm going to start making a game plan now for next Christmas, so that we have it. So that when Christmas time comes, there's like no craziness. It's like, here's the plan. Let's do it. Responses from your video. I'm going to try to do this really fast because I'm already at 9 minutes. So we'll see how fast I can do this. It's going to be all point form and crazy. Kitchen table, clock, SWAT room equals awesomeness. Yes, kitchen tables, good things happen there, especially when good friends are around good kitchen tables. Yes, good kitchen tables, which does not mean expensive kitchen tables. It just means kitchen tables that have good history and love put into them. So, good friends, good kitchen tables, good ideas happen, awesomeness. And they're normally executed. Kitchen tables make plans able to be executed. I swear, they do. Which is proved not only by the clock plan, but also by the Niagara Falls road trip plan. Speaking of road trip plan, your road trip plan to go only left. I know you're bad at geography and direction, but hun, you realize that if you're only making left turns, you're going to end up right back where you started. Just saying.